Here, we're going to show how we verify the calibration of automatic rain sensors. For that, we need the following equipment. We use a calibration verification bottle, a nozzle that adjusts the water flow. Usually we use a nozzle of up to 150 millimeters per hour of rain, and a system that supports the bottle inside the rain sensor. In addition, we use a pulse counter to check the number of bucket tips the equipment will register. We need to measure, specifically, before adding the water volume, so we know how many bucket tips we expect. In the National Meteorological Network, we use rain gauges with a 400 square centimeter catchment area, and for that, there's a rain gauge cylinder where every 10 millimeters of rain equals 400 milliliters of water. So we pour 2 of these cylinders into the bottle and perform the verification test. For this specific rain gauge here, with a 314 square centimeter catchment area, we expect 126 bucket tips. Now we'll show you how the calibration test of the rain sensors is performed in the lab. This test is very simple. The accepted technical specifications are: when the rainfall rate varies from 0 to 50 millimeters per hour, we accept an error of up to 2%. When it varies from 50 to 150, we accept an error of up to 3%. And above 150, some sensors reach 450 or even 500 millimeters per hour. We accept an error of up to 5%. So, we have 2 basic models of rain sensors, one with a 400 square centimeter catchment area, and another with a 314 square centimeter area. For both sensors, we'll use the basic 400 square centimeter cylinder and fill it twice. Up here, we'll show you the expected number of bucket tips for each type of rain gauge. Let's start with this one. We have here a pulse counter. In this case, the pulse counter must read between 122 and 130 bucket tips, since we're using a medium nozzle.
Some possible errors that can cause rainfall not to be recorded. Sometimes it might be raining, the bucket tips, but the data doesn't reach the data log. The error may be in the wiring. One of the wires may be broken. So, we perform a continuity test by placing one test probe on point A and the other on the red wire. It shows continuity, so this wiring is fine. Now I'll place it on point C in the black wire. That tells me that my cabling from here to my military connector is working fine. But that doesn't necessarily mean the cabling is perfect. Sometimes the problem can be in the head switch. At the tip, there's a magnet, and inside, there's an electronic part. Every time the bucket passes by the electronic part, it closes the circuit and sends a pulse to the data log. Sometimes, if the bucket is too far from the sensor, it might not register the pulse, so it's important for this magnet to stay close. It shouldn't touch, but it needs to be near enough to make contact and send the pulse to the platform. We can also perform a continuity test using the multimeter. I'll place one probe on point A and the other on point C. With this test, I know that my head switch is working and my wiring is fine, so my rain gauge must be functioning properly. If it's calibrated, the data will be correctly sent to the data log.